Hello, today I'll show you how to make dyed eggs in Procreate. So the first thing you want to do is create a new canvas. Just tap on the plus sign. And for this tutorial, just choose the square. Okay, so now tap on the color icon and choose a light color to begin drawing the egg. I'm going to use this light blue color. And then tap on the paintbrush icon and choose the monoline brush, which is located in the calligraphy set. It doesn't matter what size the brush is, just begin by drawing a circle. And when you're done, keep your Apple Pencil held down to create a shape. And then tap one finger on the screen to create a perfect circle. You can also tap Edit Shape at the top of the screen and choose Circle that way. When you're done drawing the circle, tap on the arrow. And now you can move it down a bit. And you can also tap Uniform at the bottom of the screen and drag the nodes to resize. We need some space above the circle, so just resize it and move it down. And when you're ready, tap on Warp at the bottom of the screen. And then drag the top of the circle upwards to create the top of the egg, like so. And now drag the sides out a bit so that they're more rounded. And just keep dragging around until you like the look of the egg. And so I think that looks pretty nice. I'm just going to tap Uniform. And I'm going to resize it a bit because I want to add a shadow underneath it. Okay, when you're done, tap on the arrow. And then drag the color from the color swatch into the egg to fill it. So now we have an egg, but it's pretty plain, so let's add some color to it. Just tap on the Layers button, and tap on the egg layer, and press Select. Then create a new layer by tapping the plus sign. And now anything we do on this layer will stay within the egg. So tap on the paintbrush and choose a brush to paint in the egg with. I like to use the Clouds brush, which is located in the Elements set. And then choose the first color to paint with. I'll choose this purple. And then just start painting on the egg. You can control the size of the brush or the opacity using the sliders on the side of the screen. This is the size, this is the opacity. And you can also change the opacity based on your Apple Pencil pressure. So just add a lot of different colors until you like how it looks. And if you make a mistake, you can just tap two fingers on the screen to undo. Okay, I think that looks pretty nice. So now I'm gonna tap on the eyedropper tool, which is located on the left side of the screen. And then drag over one of the main colors of your egg. I'm gonna use this light blue that I started with. And then tap on the color swatch. And in the colored disc, drag down to get a much darker color because this is going to be the shading. And then in the layers, tap on the plus sign to create a new layer. And then tap on the paintbrush. And for the shading, tap on the airbrushing set and choose a soft airbrush. And you can control the size and the opacity of this brush with the sliders on the side of the screen. And you can also control it based on the Apple Pencil pressure. And consider where your light source is. Mine is in the upper left corner, so I'm going to draw some dark shadows down in the lower right of the egg. It doesn't matter how dark the shading is right now because we're going to lighten it up in a second. Just get some areas lighter than others, some a bit darker, until you like how it looks. And then tap on the adjustments button and tap Gaussian blur. Then drag your finger from the left side of the screen to the right until you get the blur to the amount that you like. Mine is about 46%. Then tap on the adjustments button again and tap motion blur. Then drag from the dark area of the shadow towards the light source. Okay, if that's still too dark, tap on the layers and tap the N on the shading layer, and you can reduce the opacity. Now let's add some shading to the upper left of the egg. Create a new layer and reduce the opacity of your brush using the slider. Then draw some light shading in the upper left of the egg. When you're done, tap on the adjustments button and add a Gaussian blur. And then you can add a motion blur as well. Just drag from the dark area to the lighter area. And that's a little dark, so I'm going to reduce the opacity. Okay, now it just needs a highlight. So add another new layer. Then tap on the color swatch. And in the color disc, double tap in the white area. Now increase the opacity of your brush and draw a highlight on the egg. Then add a Gaussian blur. Okay, so when you're done, tap on the button next to the arrow to deselect the egg. And now let's merge all of the egg layers together. Tap on the layers, and now you can tap on each layer and press merge down, or you can just pinch all the layers together to merge them. Now add a new layer, and all we need to do is add a shadow underneath the egg. So tap on this layer and hold until you can drag it underneath the egg. And now anything you draw on this layer will appear behind the egg. Tap on the color swatch, and then double tap in the black area of the color disc to get black. Then draw a circular shadow underneath the egg. Now add a Gaussian blur. And then add a motion blur. Just drag from the dark area away from the egg. And now you have a dyed egg.